than a half dozen alleged gang members are charged in the shooting deaths of two 13-year-old children and wounding an 11-year-old.
We obtained the arrest warrant. It states the string of homicides started with a shooting and a Lil Baby rap video. Investigators say the gunfire that resulted in the children's deaths was a gang retaliation orchestrated by phone by someone behind bars.
Yo, face! Show your face, please, with sugar on top!
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines, but we'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I don't know what it is with Lil Baby, but he's been doing good lately. But if he isn't careful, everything he done worked so hard for could possibly go down the drain. Now I say this because it seems like no matter how much he seemed like he going in the right direction or talk like he knows better than to do certain things, trouble seems to always find him no matter where he goes, whether it's him himself or someone he's affiliated with. As y'all know, Lil Baby has ditched the 4PF brand and started a new label called Can't Be F With Records. Many believe this was done to detach Lil Baby from all the street situations that was happening in Atlanta that branched off the 4PF tree. For y'all that don't know, it's a couple of Lil Baby affiliated people locked up right now for serious crimes, all which claim 4PF. Three of them happen to be 4PF Dirty Tay, 4PF Day Day, and 4PF Nate, and that's just the 4PF members that we know of. A lot of people don't know that there's a lot of 4PF members who are also older that the world don't get to see, and then there's others who don't rap but are affiliated with them streetwise. If y'all remember, the mayor of Atlanta claimed it was a lot more Ricos that hit Atlanta after Young Thug's YSL camp was hit with one. No one knew what she was referring to, but it was a list that surfaced on social media that consisted of all the gangs who were allegedly on the Fed's radar. 4 Pocket Full, aka 4PF, was at the top of that list. Now we're not sure how accurate that list was or if it was even real, but I guess Lil Baby wasn't taking any chances and he decided to separate himself altogether. He made it very clear during his interview with Lil Yachty when he would explain that he'll be a fool to see other rappers getting indicted in RICOs for just being the artist of the group making money and not learn from their mistakes. So he switched it up. This is a comment that many believe he was referring to Lil Durk after Durk was picked up for his alleged role in the passing of Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pab and charged with M for hire after being accused of orchestrating the hit on Quando Rondo. Now, smart move by Lil Baby, because if you know anything about Atlanta politics, you know 4PF is definitely brought up and a lot going on when it comes to the streets, and if he's trying to avoid jail, Baby's best bet would be disassociating himself with the streets period, or else. However, it seems like he found himself in the hot water regardless after being accused of being the reason behind 2 children no longer being here today. 2 kids will lose their lives to gun violence, and although we know a lot of these kids have been out here taking each other's lives because they're involved in the streets, witnesses say that that wasn't the reason. It's reported that they actually weren't in the streets at all, and instead, they were hit because they were 2 kids that just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, according to news reports in the Atlanta Police Department, they're blaming Lil Baby and plan to hold him accountable. Check this out.
These individuals that we have shown indiscriminately opened fire on that apartment complex, resulting in these 3 children getting injured and killed.
Police say the 7 men arrested are gang members who were in the midst of a turf rivalry when they shot and killed 2 13-year-old children, including Lamont Freeman, as they celebrated his birthday July 2nd.
The overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster that left 2 of our children in graves and a community in fear.
Investigators say the gang rivalry that led up to the shooting was sparked by an Atlanta-based rapper.
Decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings.
Now, back in July of 2024, police say that 2 teens who go by the name Sh0t Davis and Lamar Freeman were shot and unalive while celebrating Freeman's 14th birthday. They say another kid who was the younger brother of Sh0t Davis, who was 11 years old, was also shot, but he's expected to survive. Now, according to reports, they say that both of the teens were celebrating Lamar Freeman's birthday on July 2nd, 2024, when shots rang out at Spark Street located in southwest Atlanta. 7 suspects will pull up to the apartment complex, begin shooting, and hit 3 children. It's no word if their intended targets were hit or if there was even any targets at all, but it's only been said that 3 children were struck by bullets. The 7 suspects who go by the names Quayonte Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, Keithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Traden Crawford, and Ali Caldwell. It's also noted that Marcus Crawford and Traden Crawford are actually brothers. Now, at first there was no clear motive behind what happened, but according to a witness, it said that Lil Baby decided to go to his Opps neighborhood in May of last year to shoot a music video in the northwest area of Atlanta. As a result of that, 3 people were shot while he was filming the music video as well. Law enforcement believes that also in retaliation of the music video being shot in their territory, a man who is currently incarcerated in Hayes State Prison and a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas Atlanta gang was the one that orchestrated both of the shootings. Now, Lil Baby has to be very careful because it seems like they're trying to target him more than the actual shooter. This is another headache that he doesn't need, and the Atlanta police chief during the conference was adamant about making sure Lil Baby is held liable. Now, some people feel that this isn't fair, and at first I was too, and I still a bit am. I get what police is saying, but there's no way that they're trying to charge him or hold him responsible for a shooting that took place as if he or anybody he was with was the ones that fired the firearm. It was someone else. However, the point police are trying to make is that Lil Baby is the one that antagonized the shooting and is the reason behind it because he knew that it was the Opps neighborhood and he still purposely went because he was trying to prove a point. They called him a coward and said the kid's passing was a result of his actions, and now 2 teens are no longer here. So once again, I understand their point. However, I don't think a charge was stick enough to charge him for it. I'm sure he could say that he didn't know it was his Opps neighborhood because he's a rapper and he don't got any Opps, right? He could play dumb or something, but I don't know. What I do know is though, Lil Baby has to be very careful in Atlanta period because I've noticed something and it seems like it may be a big investigation going on concerning Lil Baby. If you pay attention to all the articles and news clips, the police made it very clear and made it their business to call him an Atlanta rapper and said, you know who you are. Now, I seen in one article that brought up Lil Baby's name followed by a blog post, but the officers themselves during the conference didn't bring up Baby's name. Now, usually when they do that, at least from my experience and seeing situations with others, they refuse to include the suspect's name because they don't want them to get nervous and flee somewhere because there's a big investigation going on behind the scenes. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, but just from seeing things happen in the past where they start redacting names or not saying anything, it's usually something bigger transpiring behind the scenes. I don't know, but it's still a strange situation that they didn't mention his name, but referred to him as an Atlanta rapper. That's just my thoughts on it. Anyway, y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all let us know if y'all feel Lil Baby should be held accountable for a shooting that he himself didn't commit or anybody else that he's affiliated with. Let us know, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.